Hey, yo.
Back, Hir-O.
Yo, check it. This my special attack, 100 swords, 100 episodes, and here's to 100 more. Who got next? Place your change on the cabinet. Air Combo University graduates juggle my enemies before tagging in the Masters Hero. Pros in action, toe tagging champions getting active. The message will always get near you. Return to the dream team, Spider-Man and Strider hear you. When the mask is on, I can't promise Cyclops to keep his glasses on. The handshake was potent. The inner glow shown as a mega optic blast, trailing behind the Shinku Hadouken. How you gon' dodge both of them? Blast you down to the last atom. Best regards from the proton cannon you couldn't fathom. If you were raised on gaming and put a controller up, I'm old enough to study the meta before I bless you. We understood space in the dash clean. Now we need the Justin Wong poster right next to the pro athletes. Final justice like a primary lotus from out the sky. Stars and stripes reminding you racism is still alive. Bring a plasma sword to a gunfight. Hayato, bring a hurricane kick. Tatsumaki Sentakyu. One time for all my otakus who played the console till their eyes closing. Probably forgot to study for their finals. Welcome to the SwordCast. SwordCast. My wordplay, my sword play when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast. SwordCast. My wordplay, my sword play when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast. SwordCast. My wordplay, my sword play when blades clash.
Los Tres.
Goggles.
Ow.
Record.
Well, we in there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, we're back. The SwordCast.
Yeah.
The SwordCast hath returned.
Los
And-
Tres with the triumvirate, the Trinity.
And to my left, got a very special guest left. Yeah, okay. And to my left, we have a very special guest. Super talented artist here. This guy, we had him on via phone call before, working on the set of the Black Adam movie.
I'm here to talk shit about. No, I'm stop.
But shout out to the homie. Who do we have here? Hir-O-san.
Jesus himself. Our brother Edmund, man.
Yes, sir.
I have returned.
Yes. Bless. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Jesus on deck. And also his our older brother, Rob in the back. Well, how do you pronounce your name on in the Discord? Arox? Arios. That's fire. What's that from? Arios X. Fire. There. You probably couldn't hear him because he's not on mic, but he mentioned that. Was it Curious? Oh, that's right. Curios and Arios were Gundams. For which series? Is it one of the OG ones? Gundam Zero. That was like in the late 80s, early 90s. Gundam Seed. Yeah, fire. So yeah, Rob is Edmund's older brother, my sort of surrogate older brother. He was one of the first who put us on all of the geek stuff that we're on now. So shout out to Rob. Thanks for coming through.
Was Rob having the X-Force comics when you were having the regular X-Men comics?
Yeah, he had all the next level shit, bro. Rob had when we were playing like Super Nintendo, he was in there playing PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? Playing Tekken. I told the story about me having a video game awakening when I accidentally beat Rob twice playing Tekken, and he was on the phone the whole time. And happened to look when I beat him in a second. He looked like, what the fuck? This little boy just beat me. And then he did the lean forward thing and then proceeded to kick the shit out of me after that. But I got that one lick in, and that was a transformational moment for me in video game history.
Leaning forward, turning on Ultra Instinct.
Right. So yeah, man. Edmund.
But yeah, man.
In the flesh. Haven't you been on the pod one time in the flesh also?
He was in the back though. I don't
In
think
the
he was
background,
actually
yeah.
on there. So
This would be the first time
a big
I was
deal.
On mic.
having to speak into the
On
microphone
The mic.
and still trying to figure out how to not do it and look like I'm talking to a penis. I don't know.
You do, but it's fine. It's a
behind the
microphone.
scenes.
Microphones are phallic symbols, bro.
They are.
And it's really funny for rappers to be as masculine as they are. Like y'all niggas be like huffing.
That deserves a t-shirt. That's all I care about.
Symbolically, at least. Shout out to rappers though, and microphones, all that. Anyways, y'all seen Jill Scott? Don't act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know. We're back. I'm back from vacation. I'm feeling loose, bro. God damn it.
What is happening?
Your rapper's favorite rapper was Huff and Cock.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Yeah, we're back on deck.
Is it recording?
Yeah.
Sometimes we.
Oh yeah, nah.
Sometimes we'll start doing the pod and then
and then all the funny shit will happen, and then I'll be like, "Whoops, forgot to press record. 'Cause I'm a piece of shit. 'Cause I'm trash." But no, I'm recording.
We're back, man. It is the year 2023.
Yeah.
So before we get into you just got back from a trip. Before we talk about that, what are you into? Let's go with the guests first. Edmund, what are you into currently, my friend?
Okay, wasn't expecting that. I probably should have as much as I listened to the show. I ain't been into shit. That's the problem. I've been working.
Oh, tell us about that. Like, what are you working on now?
Yeah.
I am still on. Last time y'all heard from me, I was working on Fear the Walking Dead. I'm still working on Fear the Walking Dead.
Strong. What do they got you doing?
This week has been. I don't know if it's a spoiler or if
I don't watch that show. Well, it ain't about me. But if anyone else watches,
what I've learned about with Fear the Walking Dead is, unlike The Walking Dead that stayed boring and just did regular zombies the entire time, Fear the Walking Dead has said, fuck it, we're putting everything against the wall. We're going to drop a nuclear bomb and you're going to have radiation zombies. You're going to have...
so you got some super zombies.
Yeah, you had like zombies that got stuck in the swamps, zombies that were coming out of the water, so they're like beach covered in sand and barnacles, and now we had to deal with metalheads, and by that these were either people or, in case, walkers that somebody decided to pour molten hot silver on their heads.
Wow, that's actually kind of interesting.
So, just like Game of Thrones, crown for a king, having to mix up some stuff to put on the clothing. And then also the last couple of days, we were able to actually like get head forms to actually to give them like the actual caps to make it look like they got
So did you
crown.
get to pour molten silver onto a human?
So unfortunately, no, because there are laws that I'm sure prevent that.
Wow.
And it's frowned upon.
Rats.
However, in being able to do these stuff to make it look like you did that to somebody, definitely a nice learning experience.
Still fun.
Also puts it into my hopeful one-day cosplay endeavors that I'm looking to probably do this year.
Man, you're getting a lot of experience, bro. So I expect you to be a cosplay master soon.
I mean, that's what I'm hoping for.
Let's go.
I got some ideas for this year, so we'll see how it goes.
Hir-O, what are you into, man? Fresh off the boat.
Literally fresh off the aeroplane. I don't know, dog. I'm looking forward to watching the Wrestle Kingdom Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay match. I was able to catch up on Dynamite when I was away, which is cool.
Oh man, very good.
All of the games that I want to play are about to come out in like 2 weeks, so I'm just kind of in that.
What's the number one?
Number one is Forspoken, man. I keep talking about it, bro. Y'all need to support this game. And we were talking off mic, bro. Like, it's a lot of weird criticism going on with that game right now. And
why?
I wonder. I can't quite put my finger on it, but the main character, something about her, I just can't identify.
Can't relate. Can't identify.
Is the game such a darker tone? Is that the problem?
It's just
And then on the other side, you got clowns talking about she not all the way black or whatever. Like, who cares? Y'all need to chill. Like, the demo was sweet. I played it. Looks fun. I don't need it to be game of the year. Whatever. Just support folks. Support representation, support Black women in AAA games as lead characters. Simple as that.
Agreed. Oh man, myself. I finally beat the story. I finally started playing Pokemon Scarlet Violet. Beat it. I enjoyed it. I think this may be one of the reasons why I can't stand Sun and Moon is because it is just unfathomably like dialogue heavy. There's so much dialogue in that game.
Yeah, there's a lot of
think
dialogue
that
here.
this might be one of the top 2 most dialogue having Pokemon games in history. And
no doubt.
That is so frustrating.
No doubt. There were points towards the end game where I was like fast forwarding through the shit.
It's too much.
Yeah.
The game itself, I enjoyed it. You know, I enjoyed the way that, you know, it's kind of a crossover between like Sword and Shield and like Legends Arceus. You know, I think this may, in terms of just your first playthrough, I think this is probably the weakest Elite Four in history ever.
Yeah. Well, keep in mind that I'm sure you were massively overleveled.
I know, but still,
So
I mean that in terms of not only difficulty, but just like the characters themselves and the Pokemon, their teams, and like the theme around their teams. Like I just thought it was whack. I'm getting into the meta now. Like I just beat it, and I'm
I was just about to ask you about how your breeding was going.
This new, I don't care. It's stupid. I don't like it. It's this new breeding picnic thing is so dumb. I'm sorry.
Will you at least admit that it's
no?
It's literally quicker than the old way.
It is not.
It absolutely is.
You could literally drop it. You could literally put a Ditto and a Pokemon in the nursery. You could go around the corner, come back, get an egg, leave. Go around the corner, come back, get an egg, leave.
You can do the same thing here. Are you eating your egg sandwiches, bro? You got to eat your egg sandwiches.
See? No, I'm not. Why do I have to eat an egg sandwich?
Because if you do, you can
That's so dumb.
You can get like 10 eggs in like 5 minutes.
So now I got to make an egg sandwich.
Just go buy one.
How was I supposed to know that?
Because I told you. I literally texted you this.
But why? How would I have found that out if you wouldn't have told me that? I need to eat an egg sandwich to breed Pokemon. Who? Me? I need to eat it or the Pokemon need
right.
it?
No, that is stupid. That part's dumb.
It's dumb.
Let me eat this sandwich so my dog can have more babies quicker.
I don't like it. It's stupid, and I don't care. It's dumb, and it's one of the worst changes they've made. I don't care what anybody says. I don't like it. Sorry. But I'm gonna do it so I can battle and stuff.
Bro, I guarantee as he continues to go through the meta, I guarantee within a month he's gonna be like, it's actually fine. It is. I promise you, it's literally like. So you remember how you remember how much meta I was doing, and I sacrificed months off my life doing the meta and the breeding in Sword and Shield. Yeah. I did just as much in literally like a quarter of the time with this.
Well, I'm gonna eat an egg sandwich and see how that goes.
I'll even show you a spot to go to where you can go. You remember that big olive? Just go in there and set up your picnic right outside, and then go in there, spin around a little while, get with your flame chamber Pokemon, whatever what is it, flame body Pokemon. You hatch your eggs in 30 seconds. It'll be fine. I promise you, it's easier, dog. It's different. It's just different.
Stupid. All right. So I played that. Also, man, just I've been real heavy into wrestling, man. I'm gonna talk about it in a minute, but just it's just I just feel like this is it's like 2022 wasn't a bad year. There was a lot of really good matches, but just New Japan's been doing the clap crowd thing for so long, and like now it's back for real. So I'm just expecting, and when New Japan is hitting. It makes all the other wrestling step their game up as well, because they know people are watching that, and regardless if you care about Dave Meltzer ratings or not, these other companies, they know they watch and they know what's going on, so they're trying to stay on par with what the top the top product is. So.
And for all you WWE marks, bro, like AEW, New Japan, it's very clear when there is competition in wrestling, everybody wins, especially the WWE.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Like, assuming that Vince isn't in charge, but when Triple H got in charge, right? When AEW stepped their game up, when New Japan,
I can't have it, nobody can.
New Japan steps their game up, WWE has no choice but to be better.
Let me see that money.
And they were.
Man, I was on, shout out to WrestleCast Power Hour, my favorite wrestling podcast, the homie Handsome Bane, Eric. He asked me, who do I think is haunting pro wrestling more, Vince McMahon or Ric Flair? In the groove.
It's a good question.
And I said, I think it's Ric Flair because we expect this from Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Right? Ric Flair's like the guy who just keeps pulling up to the high school.
Right.
And he's like 24.
Leave, bro.
Bro, go stop.
Go sit down.
He's setting such a poor example for like for other wrestlers that are approaching the end of their careers. Like he just will not go away. It's unbelievable.
I'm actually happy to hear Bittersweet, but Sting.
You don't know nothing.
Sting finally decided not to hang it up. Like, it's like, be careful, Sting. Don't stop jumping off of shit. You know what I'm saying? He always jumping off the top of something. Like, stop that.
Because Ric Flair's haunting everybody. In the groove.
Right. From the he's haunting people from the grave and he's not even dead yet. How you already a ghost and he's still alive?
He's never. I just feel like Ric Flair's never been a grown man at any point in his life. But moving on, man. You just got back from a trip. How was that?
Hold on. Dog. Only y'all niggas, dog. Hey, bro. I just got back from.
It's your boy Omari Love. And, this is Mama's Grits on a Sunday.
Mama's Grits on a Sunday. Start playing bass. Right. There we go. All right, I got some observations for y'all, bro.
Oh boy.
Some shout out to Stu Gotts and Lebertar show. I got some vacation observations. Nav, Ed, here we are. After years of hard labor, high school, college, adulthood, after fond memories of driving from North Carolina to Orlando and stopping at Waffle House along the way.
Were people fighting back then at Waffle House?
Yes.
Was that like a new thing?
When aren't people fighting in Waffle House?
Always. And memories of it being way too expensive to really do anything cool. And memories of my late great dad losing his fucking keys in the parking lot. Holy cow. My mom was so mad at him. After seeing all the cool shit that is there now, and wishing and hoping and dreaming, after 22 years, Hir-O has come back to Disney World. Disney World! Woo! Man, Disney World.
Let's go.
So many parks, so many lines, so much walking, so much money. And you know what? It was worth it.
Let's go.
You know what the D in Disney stands for, Nav?
What?
It stands for doll hairs. Holy shit. Poor now. Epcot. Magic Kingdom. Hollywood Studios. Incredible. Didn't make it to Animal Kingdom. Next time. Here's a hot take. The food at Disney World, with the exception of Epcot, trash.
Damn.
Bust.
Chicken fingers.
Right. And it cost $17.
$1,000 million.
We had to eat at Toy Story World one time because that was the only place that had coffee.
I did too.
Because we got there early.
Same situation. I'm also poor as well.
Yeah, I can't spend any more money until like March because of this shit.
Bro, I had to survive Disney, Christmas,
Oh,
and my
God.
daughter's birthday on January
Holy
12th.
shit.
I literally told everybody yesterday. I was like, "Hey, do not ask me to do anything
We not
for the
doing
next like 5 months.
Nothing. Y'all sit y'all asses down.
Appreciate what you got.
Right. Not gonna be able to do it. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Not gonna be able to do it.
Poor.
Maybe I should have expected more, but it wasn't great. You know what was great? Star Wars Land.
Hey.
Galaxy's Edge.
Hey.
Absolutely incredible. I did it all. Went on the Star Tours.
Let's go.
Piloted the Millennium Falcon.
Yes, my favorite.
Met Kylo Ren.
Yes.
Joined the Resistance.
Let's go.
Was captured by the Empire. And then we escaped. Crazy immersion. Never seen anything like it. But most importantly, out of scrap metal and a crystal from the heart of a dying star, I built a lightsaber.
Let's go.
How the fuck do you open it?
Let's see it. Oh my god, so cool.
Look at this motherfucker. And it's making noise.
Hey.
This shit looks sweet as fuck on camera, bro.
So cool.
That shit looks real on camera.
man.
Holy cow. Looks like an
It
effect.
is real.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Of course it's
What you
real.
mean?
It's super real.
Bro, I was telling you, so my son did that when we went, and then I got him a different kyber crystal for Christmas, and all the kyber crystals make different sounds.
Incredible.
Which is completely insane.
Absolutely incredible.
One day.
By the way, the guy who led us through the Star Wars lightsaber experience, he used the Force to throw his ass completely out of the window. Ass off. Incredible. And finally, and surprisingly, the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. Legitimately the greatest theme park ride I've ever been on.
Oh, that's what you said.
The
man.
immersion. So, caveat. I wouldn't call the
Rise of the Resistance isn't a ride. It's
not
like
a ride.
Immersive experience type of thing.
that was the most immersive shit I've ever seen. Like
Yeah. You're in the Star Wars movie.
yeah, bro. Like,
It was amazing.
yeah, it's crazy.
So you're saying that the Guardians thing is an actual
Dog,
ride?
the Guardians ride is like 80% of that immersion. 60%. It's not. It ain't the different kind of thing, but it's a similar idea. But then you get on a fucking roller coaster,
Okay.
and it's like, you remember that indoor roller coaster at Cedar Point?
Yes.
This kind of trash. Like, imagine that, but it's actually sweet as fuck. And dog, like, they play dog. I don't want to spoil it, but there's music involved, and the music.
Like
Out-
Guardians tier, because Guardians soundtrack.
Yeah. So there was a moment where I was kind of, this was actually the first ride that we did there when we were there.
Oh wow.
But it
So
was
that
like at the
means
end of the day.
So that means it stood on the top for.
Yeah,
the
it
whole
was
time
like
we
it was
were
the
there.
bar
Okay.
that there was one ride that came close at Universal, the Velocicoaster. That shit was sweet.
Okay.
That was like a Cedar Point ride, but like
Better.
kind of better. Yeah, it was cold. It was really good. But this it was at the very beginning. It was the end of the day of the first day we were there. So it was the bar for like the entire trip. And man, I'll be honest, dog, like the magic of Disney World hadn't quite seeped in yet. So I was kind of still, I'm grown. Like this shit for kids. Bro, when that ride started and the music hit, I was like, all right, fine.
I'm a kid.
This shit's sweet as fuck, bro. Like I was like, yo, this shit is amazing, dog. So yeah. The immersion, the coaster, and the music. Chef's kiss. Fantastic. Disney coming back in 2025, starting to save right now because I want the rich guy treatment. I want Micholas J. Mouse to personally escort me around the park. Then we went to Orlando. It was fine. Not Disney, but it was cool. Jamaica.
Micholas.
Beautiful. Even the hoods feel magical. The people, friendly, welcoming, courteous, and talkative. Speaking of talkative, you know what the P in patois stands for, Edmund?
No.
It stands for, I got that one wrong. Do you know what the P in people stands for, Edmund?
I'm guessing.
It stands for There you go. Good job. It stands for patois. Holy cow. I grossly overestimated. So the meta joke there is that the person that I'm imitating would probably make that same mistake, and it makes it even funnier. I grossly overestimated my ability to understand Jamaican patois. Sure, it's technically English, but it might as well be a different language. Wagwan. What was the phrase that I learned? Shit.
That's a good one.
Me want something fi nyam, which means I want something to eat. Like, and they literally explained it to me. They say nyam because that's the sound you make when you eat. Nyam, nyam, nyam. That's where they get that from. This is very interesting. Having locks in Jamaica, gift and a curse, being referred to as Rasta General at literally every turn. Also, being an easy target for super aggressive hustlers on the beach to offer me literally whatever they can get their hands on.
Oh my God.
A guy literally fetched 2 lobsters from the beach with his bare hand. Wagwan Rastaman, come here. Me have a lobster for you. I didn't want any lobster. But I did want some jerk chicken. And he found some jerk chicken around some corner. And that shit was bussin', dog. To get to the resort, we had to take a bus through the narrow, winding streets of rural Jamaica. And oh my God. Why didn't anyone warn me that Jamaican drivers are routinely attempting to kill themselves on the roads, trying to pass on the dark, single lane highways, darting in front of traffic, running red lights, throwing shit out of the window. It was literally like fucking Twisted Metal out there. Remember that game for fucking PlayStation? That's how it was.
Witness me.
Yes. It was fucking Morton Joe was for the driver. Damn it. Mediocre. Sat next to a couple from Iowa. Just a couple of Midwesterners cutting it up. Pretty sure the wife shot her biker shorts when our driver rolled down the window and threatened to cook a driver's dog who cut him off on the highway. Or at least that's what I thought he said. I have no idea. Patois is hard. Way more old white people there than I expected. Oh well. The blacks have arrived. By the way, I'm from Jamaica now. And it's fucking cold as hell in this city of Detroit. You know where it wasn't cold? In Jamaica. It was hot. Hotter than hell. Speaking of hell, Luke Skywalker. And those are the Jamaican and vacation observations.
That was fantastic, man. You are a master of that. That was very funny.
I had a good time.
A couple tears.
Had a good time, man. It was fun going back.
Oh,
But
man.
I think that's what he said, dog. Like,
Yeah, I have heard. Haven't been to Jamaica, but I have heard of the driving. And
It's crazy.
Legitimately horrifying.
like that was the scariest part of my entire trip was, and I got flight anxiety. The flight by comparison was a breeze compared to that shit.
right.
I don't know. No, thank you. Pass.
I feel you, man. That I have heard how scary the driving is on the like winding highway.
Yeah. Single lane.
Yeah.
And there's no stop lights, bro. There's no rules. Like, people just doing whatever the fuck they want. There's people riding on fucking mopeds, and there's like 6 people on one moped. Don't nobody got a helmet on.
Oh, that
It's all bad.
Sound very fun.
All bad.
Anxiety.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh, but one last thing I forgot to say. I definitely bought a VPN just so I could watch Pistons games in Jamaica.
Oh, this guy.
I am a crackhead.
Hey, your sons have been hooping though.
Dog, Killian Hayes, my boy.
Man, balling. He has. He has been
Good player. Good player. Good player. Good player.
But let's go, man. Quick wrestling recap.
Boom.
As you said, man. I mean, Wrestle Kingdom 17. It was fire. It was I stayed up, watched it 3 o'clock in the morning. And that, man, so I've been watching Wrestle Kingdom live since Wrestle Kingdom 10. Wrestle Kingdom 10 was my first live one. The first one that I watched was Wrestle Kingdom 9. This was in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I've watched it live ever since. Wrestle Kingdom 17, man. I think my all-time favorite wrestling pay-per-view ever is Wrestle Kingdom 11.
Mm-hmm.
My second favorite is Wrestle Kingdom 10. Wrestle Kingdom 14 and Wrestle Kingdom 9 are really good. This was good, man. I would definitely say it's one of the. It's not the best Wrestle Kingdom ever, but it's good. It's in the top probably 5 for sure. It was a good show, man. It was solid all the way through. FTR, they defended the IWGP tag titles. They lost to Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi. That match was good. That was my second favorite match. I told you before. The big news that happened at I'm not gonna go through every match, but just so Zack Sabre Jr., who has been, he's one of my favorite wrestlers. I think he's been the most. I think he's the most underrated gaijin in New Japan, like foreign wrestler, right? So he just won the television title. It's like a new belt they have, which now they have like 20 singles titles, but whatever. He won that. That was dope. But the big news that everybody was wanting to see going in outside of the matches was that Mercedes Moné was going to be there.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks. Kyrie, she defended the women's title. She won. And then Mercedes Moné came out looking absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
A lot of people hated on her little debut. They said that it was whack and that she botched her move and all this stuff. Which, if you watch, so I saw the videos of her practicing the move, and the botch wasn't her fault. I love Kyrie too, but it was actually her fault. She messed it up. But
did they have a match or did she just like?
No, she came out, challenged her.
Okay.
Attacked her, went for her new finisher, and the move was botched, really, really bad. But again, it wasn't her. But again, that's why I don't like moves that require that level of assistance from the person that is taking the move, and that's why I hate the styles clash, because it's like he lifts the person up and then they're like, oh, let me just position my arms for you, and then you know what I'm saying. So, but the meat and potatoes of Wrestle Kingdom 17. So before the show, I said that they needed to let Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay main event the show, and I understand, you don't want two gaijin main eventing in New Japan Wrestle Kingdom at that, right? And you also don't want the IWGP World Championship not being in the main event. But just in this situation, there was no way that they were going to be able to follow what Omega and Ospreay did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And did they even come close?
Absolutely not. And
Wow.
the problem is that, and like the Okada Jay White match wasn't even bad, but you can't put them on after that, But I mean, let's I'm gonna just talk about this match. I haven't really got to talk about it. Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay, man. Like this was one of the biggest possible. This is one of the best dream matches left in pro wrestling. We've had so much overlap. We've had so many. This is one of the top dream matches left, and we got it. And oh my God, it was so good, man. The crazy thing is, like, considering the two guys involved, right? the bar was incredibly high, and they somehow like surpassed what people were expecting.
And the bar was crazy high.
And they surpassed it. And like the thing about this match is, the thing that I think that makes it so good is like, bro, nobody else could have this match other than these two. Like the ridiculous level of athleticism in this match, I think it had a level of brutality that we weren't expecting. Like, it's violent, it's bloody. Omega is just like beats the crap out of Ospreay, you know, and it was interesting because, you know, Omega's been away from New Japan for 4 years, and now he's coming back kind of to show you like, nah, I can still do this shit. I can still rock this shit, you know. Yeah, my man's plays the Sephiroth theme, comes out dressed as Sephiroth. Fire. Incredible.
And I love that because I'm like, I've got this new weird obsession with Final Fantasy VII, like 25 years later than everybody else. And that's like one of my favorite games ever now because of how cold the story is. So to see him come out as Sephiroth, that was really dope.
So good.
Who is the original one-winged angel.
Yes, and I mean, that's where he got it from. And it's just, even like, and then Ospreay, man, and their entrances were amazing. And the match itself, bro, like, it's the level of athleticism and like it's the difficulty of the spots that they do. They never kind of hit their moves. Like the difficulty level is so high, but everything is just sharp. It's just perfect. And they're the only two guys that could do this level of match with these kinds of moves and spots, and everything just be crisp and on point, and there's no sloppiness. It's ridiculous. I mean, there's so many good spots. I mean, just some of them, like, bro, there's a spot where Omega hits goes for, so one of his biggest Wrestle Kingdom spots, Wrestle Kingdom 11 against Okada, he hit Okada with a dragon suplex off the top rope. Ridiculous. Dropped him right on his head. Then in all the other Okada Omega matches, he always teases it, but he never hits it again. He goes to dragon suplex Ospreay off the top rope. This dude Ospreay lands on his feet and then does that Robinson special kick where he twists around like 5 times. Ridiculous. Then there's a moment where Ospreay gets Kenny's. He does that move. It's called Cheeky Nando's kick. He sticks him in the corner, pulls his head down in the turnbuckle, and his head is stuck. Bro, he kicks him so hard, right in the face, and then you see Omega's eyes start. So I told you his eyes swelled up, closed like at the end of the match. That was nasty. There's a top rope DDT that Omega does with the turnbuckle pad off. This is this is where Ospreay gets busted open or whatever. And he's like leaking. You know what I'm saying? And then it just like I said, then there's like, he takes him outside of the ring, and it's just that this level of brutality that we weren't expecting. Like I told you, I've been recently like getting into 90s All Japan wrestling, right? This was like that type of stiff, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And there's this part where he's slamming his head into this table, and the table breaks, and he's bleeding already. And like, I watched wrestling my whole life, and this was so good that I'm starting to get work now, because I'm like, yo, because Will Ospreay's playing this like he's like dead, and he's like not moving, and he's like really looks like he's like hurt, bro. He's leaking, so he looks like he's lost too much blood, and he's like kind of like woozy, pass out. So I'm like, yo, is this what's going on, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Again, like, Omega does a tope con hello over the front flip over the top to the outside, lands on his feet, bro. Like, does the tope, hits Ospreay, lands on his feet right at the edge of the barricade, like ridiculous.
And that's dangerous to do in New Japan,
and because they have that weird stage and the barricade's really close to the ring, super close to the ring. Exactly, man. Just ridiculous athleticism again, bro. Then there's so at the end of the match, right, Will Ospreay's does. So he starts roaring back. He hits a sky twister press to the outside of the ring. Ridiculous, of course, on point. There's this part where Ospreay's just like dying, and he's just grabbing on Kenny Omega's leg, and Kenny Omega just stomps him off and hits him with a J driller. That's the power driver where he hooks the arms. Crazy. Then like when Ospreay starts roaring back, like he's like slapping himself, like, come on, man, like wake up. It's
because he was playing the baby face in that one, right?
Yeah, which was dope because like Kenny's a face over here and he's kind of doing the heel thing over there, and now Ospreay's back to being a baby face. So it was like a big big turn,
like a double. What do they call that?
A double turn kind of, because Ospreay's been, he's been a heel in New Japan, and now he's kind of getting back to being this babyface character.
So question about that. Because he in America, unless I missed something in the past couple of weeks, in AEW, isn't he still with Don Callis?
Kenny?
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's with Don Callis, but he's face kind of.
So so the Elite is like kind of doing the babyface thing right now.
Okay.
Don Callis is just kind of Kenny's guy.
I can't stand him.
I love him. He adds so much to the matches. I love him.
I
love him.
I didn't like when
I love him. I love his commentary.
Did you? So the commentary is fine, but did you like when Kenny was during his championship run? Like how much?
I thought that was a little overdoing it.
I thought so too, man.
Him on commentary, I love he adds so much.
His Kenny bias is hilarious. It's hilarious. I like it so much. I guess I didn't like how much he was interfering with Kenny's title run.
Right. No, I feel you on that. I like him as commentary. I think he does a good job.
Fair enough.
But then like I'm gonna wrap this up real quick. But just like the most ridiculous spot, bro. So Omega gets Ospreay on the top rope, bro.
Oh Lord.
They play like he's gonna try to hit a one-winged angel off the top rope. Puts him on his shoulders. This is all happening on the top rope. I don't know if you know what Kreutz Wrath is. It's a move where he puts them on his shoulders, then he tosses them in the air and catches them and does a bridging German suplex.
I've seen this.
He does this off the top rope.
That's crazy.
Throws this man in the air, catches him on the way down, and German suplexes him.
That's a video game move.
Who else in the world can do something like that?
I don't know.
Zangief.
Exactly. It's
and King maybe.
And it's like, bro, these like dangerous, just like nobody else can do spots like this. Hits it perfectly, and then bro, at the end of the match, it's like Ospreay's just done, and before and he realizes he's done, and he just spits on Kenny, and then Kenny just V triggers him and one wing dangers him, hits it, and wins the match. I watched this match 3 times, and it's my third favorite match of all time.
Wow.
And I just don't understand people who could watch something like this and not say it's not good. I don't understand people who don't. Bro, Kenny Omega is the greatest professional wrestler of all time. I'm with it. He is the best to ever do this. And this match had everything that people say that they like in wrestling, right? This match had story, 10 out of 10. Spots, 10 out of 10. Athleticism, 10 out of 10. Violence, 10 out of 10. You know what I mean? The crowd was insane. It was brutal. It was stiff. It was everything. And most importantly, what people want, it was a great story, and they told the story in the ring. And this is a match that wasn't built up on programming. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They had the press conference before the match happened, which was amazing. And they had the Kenny challenge video and everything, but other than that, it was all like Twitter stuff. They didn't build it on a show, and they can deliver a match like this and do the story in the ring. It was incredible, man. This is one of the best matches of all time.
I'm excited for it, man. For those of us who haven't seen it yet, what's the best place to watch it?
So you got to get on New Japan World. They did show it on Access TV. Access TV, they show New Japan Pro Wrestling, I think, on Thursdays.
Yeah, I used to watch that.
Yeah, so they showed it on there. But I didn't like the broadcast of it because they went to commercial a lot, and they kind of skipped some of the spots. So I think the best way to watch it is on New Japan World. If you want to watch it on there, I'll give you my login so you can watch it.
Strong.
But it was, like I said, one of the best matches of all time. Just amazing. Dave Meltzer gave it 6.25 stars. I mean, you know, I don't do the Meltzer rating thing too much because, like, it goes both ways, right? Like, he's overrated some matches that you don't think should be that high, and then he's underrated some matches that you think should be higher. So it's really just one guy's opinion, but I think this is one of the best matches of all time for sure. But yeah, man, Wrestle Kingdom 17 was dope, and they should not have let Okada and Jay White follow that match. But yeah, and then real quick, I mean, Dynamite, man, they follow Wrestle Kingdom, Kenny Omega, Young Bucks. They won the trios titles.
Yes, sir.
The ladder match against the Lucha Bros, amazing.
Bro, Kenny with the one wing angel off the fucking ladder.
He took some crazy bumps in that match too.
Yeah. After
that match was fire. Not to skip over Bryan Danielson versus Konosuke Takeshita, man.
Bruh, amazing. I loved Konosuke Takeshita.
I love him too, man. I think he's gonna be a big time star
for sure.
He's like a Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi baby.
Yeah, or like he even got some Tanahashi to him because he's got a little Tanahashi because he's solid. Yeah.
So yeah, man, wrestling's been really good. Something I want to do in here, I want to just do. I'm gonna just say a match of the week every week in wrestling that people should watch, and obviously it's gonna be the ladder match, Lucha Bros versus the Elite for the trios titles on Dynamite. Amazing. Dave Meltzer already gave it 5 stars. Kenny, hey man, Kenny, y'all.
No, he's
come
the
on,
man.
He's about to go crazy this year.
Yeah.
But don't sleep on that Bryan Danielson Takeshita match. That match was fire too. Boom. All right, man.
Hold on, one last wrestling question based on Edmund's Zangief comment. I think we've talked about this before, but I just looked up the heights and weights of Zangief and King. Who would win in a shoot wrestling match between Zangief and King? Zangief,
such a good question.
Zangief, I already know. I know that Eric is screaming at the top of his lungs, Zangief, without thinking about it. But just let me explain. Zangief's listed weight officially is there's no way it could be true. It's 254 pounds, but he's 7 feet tall.
Oh my god!
So that's
all muscle.
But it's also like not possible because you know who else is 254 or that's like Andre Drummond size.
Hey man, you know.
I would feel like so. There's another list that has him at 7 foot 400 pounds, which sounds a little bit more realistic, but he's probably not that heavy. But he's obviously incredibly jacked. Hey, bro, Armor King and Armor King both 6'8", 275, dog.
Oh my gosh,
these niggas are tanks, both of them. And we know,
Joe. Shout out to Joe, our art guy.
Yeah,
make us a fight poster. King versus Zangief,
and let's get the vote. Let's get a vote on it.
Vote going to see who wins.
I don't know, man. It's tough because Zangief is a little bit. He's sort of a cartoon character, and he's
but he's a grappler, man, and
he's a But dog, King got tech though.
King got a little martial arts.
He got some martial arts, but he also, bro, he got
some pro wrestling.
He got some slams. He got some suplexes. He got some mat work. He got some holds. He put you in a damn Texas cloverleaf,
bro. King got
I think on Tekken 3 he used to be able to do the Scorpion Deathlock.
Yeah, he does, and he does. King's got the rolling power bomb and string it. With
he does a muscle buster.
And, he does a muscle.
Dog,
buster.
He got so much work, bro.
King got a lot of work.
King is cold, bro. Suffice to say, if either one of them were real people, they would both be the best wrestler ever.
Be German suplexing you and then backflip rolling into like 20 more German suplexes and then jumping in the air 360 power bomb and cast. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough to overcome. That's tough, man. Zangief.
Man. We might have to add Alex in here as a triple threat match with Alex from Street Fighter. Hyper bomb. That's a great question. But as far as 2022 goes, let's start with the guest. Edmund, what was your favorite thing that you got into? So it could be something that's been out forever. You could have got into a movie that came out in 1970, but you got into it. What was your favorite new thing that you got into in 2022?
Damn it! Why didn't you tell me that before?
I'm sorry, bud.
So I can the stuff that didn't come out last year. okay.
If we can, here, let's go to Hir-O, and then we'll give you some time, and we'll come back. To
I kind of answered this already, but like just kind of rediscovering Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's because I'll be honest. Like I played the first disc of Final Fantasy VII when it first came out, because I didn't have PlayStation until like much later. I didn't have a PlayStation until after the initial popularity wave had kind of fizzled out. Mm-hmm. So I played it later. I never finished it because I never owned the game, or I might have just played like the demo disc or whatever. But I, obviously somehow I had never been spoiled on like the big narrative twist, because there's a couple different twists regarding. Minor spoiler, 25. The twist involving Zack and Cloud and like the sort of memory swap thing. Mm-hmm. I played the remake, amazing. And that inspired me to play the actual Final Fantasy VII, like the port to PS5, but it's just the PSX game on PS5. Mm-hmm. I played it all the way through, and I was floored by that. Like when they revealed that, I was like, "Holy what the fuck?" Like right. I felt like I was a 10-year-old kid who experienced that for the first time. And then I played Final Fantasy Crisis Core Reunion, which is like the remake of the original Crisis Core, which is a direct prequel where you play as Zack. And I just kind of fell back into the lore, like, yo, this game is fucking awesome.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah,
it's some good stuff.
And also, I'm really excited about and I'm glad that I played Final Fantasy Original all the way through, because there are a lot of hints and like narrative cues that have dropped for Final Fantasy Remake that suggest that it's not a remake, that it's kind of
what are you gonna say?
It's kind of a sequel-ish, parallel universe-ish kind of thing. Yeah. Because there's some differences, right? Like at the end of Final Fantasy Remake, you find out that Zack is alive. Which that nigga was dead as fuck in the original
game, yeah.
And like you've got Sephiroth and Aerith, who both appear to be like aware of what's happening, and you've got those weird ghost things that were acting almost like as an arbiter of fate to try to like keep you on track from what happened in the original game. Because anytime you went off track, anytime like the character started to do other shit that wasn't a part of the original game, you would have the ghost come and like try to pull them back on course. And there's some theories out there that suggest that in one of the games in the trilogy that's going to come out, that you might have the opportunity to save Aerith, which would be incredible. OG. we've got an OG who perked up, who was a part of the original Final Fantasy craze. Do you have thoughts?
Damn. As one who played all those discs way back when, that magical playing it all the way, what have you, that to hear that, and I have it. My time has not been with me to actually let me play through the remake, and my homegirl played through Crisis Core, and she's playing through a second time, and has been telling me about it. I'm like, tell me more, because I don't know when I get a chance to play it. I feel like my man from Candyland talking about, now you have my interest.
So I think that's what they are hinting at, that there may be an opportunity, and it'll probably require you to do a whole bunch of extra shit, but you might have an opportunity to save Aerith. Like there's one, this is what I heard the internet refer to this as what's called an ass pull, which I think that's such a funny expression, Doug. When like a writer does some off the wall shit, just a funny way to describe it is an ass pull. But this is quite an ass pull from some of the theorizers and some of the conspiracy theorists, that like there's a quote that Sephiroth says in Final Fantasy Remake where he says, I think he says like 7 seconds is all you have, and there's no context to it. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And there's I saw a video online where someone points out that the time from in the original game where Sephiroth descends on Aerith to kill her, that entire scene lasts exactly 7 seconds. So that's why people are thinking like, holy shit, like, is that what he was talking about? Is he off? Is he like warning Cloud that like if you might have enough time to save her?
Oh my God!
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
We have a poster?
Yes.
Stop the show.
Sorry.
I was scrolling earlier and I was very surprised and
John
enjoyed
Morant
that shit.
with the
But
disrespectful rim attacking throwdown.
So anyways, I'm super excited about the bitch. Dog, he is a Chico,
man.
bro.
Yeah, he worries me with like the recklessness that he plays with.
And he talk a lot of shit to have not
He's
done a lot
kinda-
yet.
Yeah,
But I like hot shots, so
but
I'll allow it.
you do.
I like hot shots.
That's kind of your thing. You
He-
like
he-
MJF.
He takes it a little bit too far for me though, just a little bit, because he really ain't did a whole lot yet.
Just a wee bit.
But I like his energy, and obviously, I mean, he's an incredible athlete. That's quite a dunk there.
Yes, sir. That was amazing.
Yeah, that's what I've been into. Final Fantasy VII. Save Eric.
Do you have what is your favorite thing that you got into in the year 2022?
again, I ain't do shit almost. I tried to watch stuff when I had time, and then I'm also tag teaming, like watching stuff with somebody at the same time. So it's like trying
So it's
to,
hard to
get your schedules aligned.
That's always a struggle, dog.
Are you feeling for it today? No. Okay, let's watch something else. No. Start a whole watch list. Never get to anything.
Never finish it.
Just never. It's a constant struggle. So,
It is.
but with my slow journey to try to get into anime a little bit more, we have been watching. I'm gonna go with 2 anime that I've caught up on. One, Way of the House Husband, since it didn't come out last year.
Yes.
But season 2 just came out, so that was nice.
I only watched the first episode, but I'm a fan of the first season.
Oh, it was still just as enjoyable.
Yeah.
And then also Spy Family, which is
Oh
great.
yeah,
Fantastic.
Spy Family is big in my house.
So good.
That's kind of Nova's first anime.
Really?
Yeah, she like loves the little girl on that show,
Yeah. I could totally see.
and she watches it in Japanese and reads the subtitles, man.
That's what's up.
But-
I was just about to say, I don't mind dubs.
Yeah, because you're doing stuff, and-
Right.
Yeah,
But I will say, in a rare moment of like honesty around that debate, I shouldn't say I'm always honest about my opinion, obviously, but like I think that the dub for her voice in particular is a little too silly for me.
okay.
For Anya?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. That's my
But it's clearly some like 30-year-old woman like trying her best to approximate what a cute girl sounds like. It's a little too like manufactured for me.
Fair enough. In my novice approach.
But again, listen. Forget about this debate, bro. Like all of the voice acting is trash in anime. Whether it's in English or Japanese, it's all bad.
I got no problem.
It's all campy bullshit.
I don't subscribe to either side of that one, because Way of the House Husband, I've been watching dubbed.
Mm-hmm.
Even Josh, I got him into watching that one. He's been watching it subtitled, and he does say it's a little bit more entertaining that way. So I have been interested to rewatch that. But for My Hero Academia and Spy Family, no, I've been watching it as it's been coming out. I've been watching it subtitled, so I don't have any loyalties other than the fact if I'm trying to multitask and do shit because I'm an adult, then I need stuff.
I will concede that the moves sound better in Japanese.
I'm sure of that one. There's some things that
And
once
just-
I've started,
And the emotion too, like just in
That's-
English.
that part,
to
though-
me, it's just I'm so angry.
But dog, that's the part that maybe I've outgrown. Like in the Japanese, and again, it's a cultural thing. It's all of it is melodramatic, right? Like they do that on purpose to like ramp up the melodrama in those emotional scenes to like pull the most tear jerk out of you. And I'm at a point now where I'm like, dog, like stop trying to make me feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, just make it be.
Stop trying to make me feel.
Yeah, that's a quote right there. Instead of like make the writing do that for me, as opposed to like trying to like
Tell me how to feel.
right, like I'm just gonna like and Deku. I love Deku, but he be doing that shit a little too much for me.
Yeah.
Who's the worst? Is it Deku or no? It's Tanjiro, dog. He's got to be the most like.
My man's just
The emotional like every single
sympathizing with a demon that just
dog
killed an
just
entire
murdered
village.
his family and shit. Like,
Oh, he was actually kind of.
come on, Tanjiro, no, kill that nigga, bro. Kill him. It's okay. Murder,
They had a dog once upon a time, and they pet it.
murder
So-
that motherfucker. And I fuck with Tanjiro tough because of
I love him, but I agree.
Yeah.
he's,
I like him and Deku both because they were our anime characters that like worked hard to
Yeah.
get sweet
yeah,
and they
facts.
got the payoff.
and they got the pay
As opposed to just like, oh, I got really mad and the writers just gifted me with a transformation.
or got some type of good genes that
Right.
allow me to
Well, whoops, and fucking automatic powerful.
chosen one accidentally.
Right.
Sorry,
Just-
accidentally.
Like, no, like, I'm trying to be like One Punch Man. Did 100 push-ups, goddamn it. Ran a couple miles, and now I'm the strongest human ever.
That's what's up. So for me, man, it was a few things I got into in 2022 that are just like some of my favorite things. Vagabond, of course. Like I read Vagabond 2022, literally changed my life. My favorite thing ever. I got into the Zatoichi films in 2022. Favorite thing ever.
Berserk.
I started reading Berserk in 2022. Favorite thing ever. You know what I'm saying? So really those three things for me. Also read the Jujutsu Kaisen manga and got caught up with that in 2022 too. So a lot of good things I got into, but man, at the top of that list and things that are gonna be there for the rest of my life, Vagabond, Zatoichi movies, and Berserk for sure. All right, man. So last time we talked about live action shows, right, from 2022. And this time we're going to talk about some films from 2022. Sidebar. I watched The Witcher Blood Origin. It was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool.
I still haven't finished it yet.
Wasn't the greatest thing ever. Wasn't the worst thing ever. It was fun. It was
And sometimes it's okay for things to be.
We talked
bad.
about that. Like
Yeah.
it's okay for things to be.
Fine.
It
It was
was
yeah.
fine. You
It's
know?
cool.
So-
Acceptable.
yeah. Like I feel like that's how Bret Hart feels about everything. It was fine. I wouldn't say it was good, but it was fine. It was fine.
Bret the Hitman Hart.
Nah, man, that dude had some bangs. Got the greatest Bret Hart when I think of people who he's just somebody I think should be on TV. Like he has such a good Bret Hart impression, such a good Hulk Hogan impression, he's just, man, it's a funny guy.
Funny,
But yeah, man.
hilarious.
So before we start talking about some films, let's go with Edmund. Can we start with you?
Yeah.
All right. What was the biggest surprise film of 2022 for you? So it could be a movie that you thought was you just weren't expecting a lot of, and then it ended up being awesome, or it could be a movie that you just kind of stumbled upon and watched it and were like, oh, like what was your biggest surprise movie of 2022?
I had two options. One we discussed a little bit before we started recording, which is the Chippendale Rescue Rangers movie.
That movie was weird.
I had no idea what the fuck to expect with this. I saw the trailers and heard about it, and I'm like, okay, I like the references and all the things you're doing, but watching, I'm like, yo, this shit is actually a fucking good movie.
Yeah,
Like, yo,
it was weird, but it was very good.
Again, the uncanny valley joke,
Bro.
like, all of that, and ugly Sonic, like leaning into that shit was just perfect for me.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
But I will pick Prey. The Predator sequel.
God damn it, that was
is-
what I was gonna pick.
That is such a good pick.
My bad. Just because like I had the last couple of Predator movies have been
Trash.
pretty trash. I mean, the Adrian Brody one, Predators.
I never saw it. I heard it was trash though. Was it all right?
I liked it. I
Predators.
mean, the fact that they tried to at least do something a little different was nice. The casting and to getting everybody out there, Mahershala Ali, coming into it was nice. Danny Trejo, everybody loves Danny.
They do. Danny Trejo, super duper short in real life.
Super.
It's like 5'2". It's like crazy how short he is.
But accepts it, unlike other superstars who decide to wear heels.
Tom Cruise looking at you.
Robert Downey Jr.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's short.
Al Pacino too.
Oh, Al Pacino.
Holy shit.
But I
heels?
think he embraces it for the most part. I don't think he wears heels. I hope not. Maybe
No, embrace your height, guys. It's all right.
But yeah, Prey. Like no expectations of
What's it-
Predator
yeah.
movies being good again. But even from the trailer, I was like, okay, this shit is actually looking pretty fucking good.
Yeah,
And
I felt the same way.
Yeah,
and
that
I'm
movie was-
super excited, and shit was just dope. And yeah, loved it.
Boom. Hero, what's your biggest surprise film of 2022?
I am gonna say Prey also, because I was going to say it anyways.
My bad. My answer is Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Don't get bullied off your take, dog. Don't get bullied off your take.
I mean, I have another one that I could say, but I want to save it for another category.
Yeah.
I'm just looking here. Was there any other movie that I saw that surprised me? Because most of the movies that I saw were close to what I thought they would be.
They are what we thought they were.
Yeah, right. I don't see anything here that like was stunningly good or like disappointingly trash. I didn't actually see The Northman, but I heard that movie was incredible and it looked garbage. It looks like a movie that I would not give a single fuck about. I heard it was cold though.
I enjoyed the fuck out of it, but knowing your sensibilities,
No, it's white. It's super white.
It's super white.
Yeah.
It has nothing.
But I wouldn't expect. I mean, it's about Vikings, dog.
Right.
I wouldn't go into where the black people at, y'all. See, they switching up the history. Don't you know the Vikings was black, brother?
Broccoli's man-made.
Right. Dog, that guy is so funny. Have you seen his Jamaican Akuma? Dog, that shit was hilarious, bro.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Speaking of that wokeness, I got some really fucked up news the other day about somebody.
Oh, can we talk about it on the podcast?
They ain't never gonna hear about this.
Good.
I don't know if Rob knows about this, but apparently one of the twins
Oh, yeah.
into the more shit.
Oh, no.
Rob, you've already heard the story. Oh, I forget which one though. I think it's Tony.
I don't remember their names.
Yeah, but yeah, he's doing the sovereign citizen thing while he's in law trouble right now, some legal shit. So.
Come on, dog. All right, well, hopefully Kyrie Irving will bail him out.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with those.
Got it.
Oh no, I got. No, I don't. I'm gonna leave it. I have stuff, but I want to save it for other categories.
Okay.
So for me, I think the biggest surprise film for me, I think I'm gonna go with Sonic 2, man. I saw
Pretty good.
Sonic 2 with my kid, and I saw the first one, and I thought it was cool. But we went to see Sonic 2. My kids were like super excited for it, and I was surprised by how sweet that movie
Yeah,
was.
it was good.
I was surprised. I enjoyed it a lot. Saw it more than once. They had the cool reveal at the end where they're gonna do Shadow in the next movie. So I didn't, when they made that first Sonic movie, I didn't expect them. We're 90s kids. We're all fans of Sonic. I did not expect them to go so deep that they would start talking about Chaos Emeralds and doing all this stuff. So, seeing them do all that stuff was really dope. So I'm gonna go with Sonic 2 as my biggest surprise film.
I also
of
like the fact
2022.
that they actually changed Knuckles' character a little bit to make him less stupid.
Yeah.
Because I am a huge Sonic fan, but I don't like in all the Sonic cartoons where they make Knuckles just a fucking bonehead.
Yeah.
They still made him kind of like Drax, where he's
he
like
was a little like Drax.
like not dumb, but just like
battle tunnel vision.
yeah, like if it's not about war or fighting, then it just doesn't
I
compute.
don't understand it.
Nothing goes over my head.
I would catch it.
It was funny, and Idris Elba did a great job.
Yeah, he's good
playing that role. So I would say that. So now we said that. What was the biggest disappointment? What was your disappointing film of 2022, Edmund? What was a film that disappointed you?
Man,
Oh boy, I think
y'all already know the answer to that.
But is it
okay? So, but is it though? No,
because you didn't have expectations?
Doesn't mean I wasn't disappointed.
So if you didn't work on the movie, do you think you would have felt different about it?
No, I think that shit was disappointing.
Okay, so for context, we're talking about Black Adam. So how do you react to? Because I noticed a really interesting cross section of people who thought this movie was really good. And so, peep, the cross section is all of these like Floyd Mayweather, Michael Jordan, Vic,
Allen Iverson.
Madden, you know what I'm saying? Fight Night,
NBA
2K ass niggas that like have a super narrow vision of like what's acceptable
of just pop culture
for
in
pop
general.
culture for black men to appreciate. If it ain't Michael Vick, if it ain't Floyd Mayweather, if it ain't fucking Fight Night, if it ain't
NBA
2K, if it ain't Call of Duty, then it's
if it ain't
whack.
Madden, if it ain't
Right?
Grand Theft Auto.
And it was super interesting that it was those ass niggas that fucked with this movie heavy. You know what I'm saying? Am I wrong?
I don't know what it is about them. I maybe it's something about the fact that the marketing worked on what the movie was trying to do and said that it would do.
It was high octane, and The Rock did a lot of ass kicking, but like,
And the balance of power will shift in the DC universe. Like, fuck out of here.
bro, did you see this? That The Rock really tried? He literally tried to argue down the DC executives to try to make Black Adam the star of the DCEU. That really happened.
Which, again, I don't understand why you would think that just because you're the fucking Rock. But, I mean, come on, dog.
Guys, he's The Rock. What do you expect?
Well, I mean, come on. Your schedule's booked for like the next 13 years of
Right.
doing anything. You think you're gonna fit in a whole nother Black Adam movie in that time frame? Fuck out of here.
Millions.
I
Right.
don't know. Shit was disappointing. Yes, that's. I can go into it more, but I'm just saying I was disappointed.
Please
about
go into it.
I was just fucking disappointed. Like there was a lot of bullshit. Like
How annoying was that kid?
the fact that the
He
whole
was so annoying, dog.
the fact that you copied a lot of what Shazam already did, it
Facts.
seemed like, by having the kid in there, and he's such a super fan, and we have to show that he knows his stuff. But I'm sorry, you weren't very good at this.
Right.
Shazam was more entertaining.
Ass on
aspect.
that kid. Stapled on. Ass on for The Rock, too.
I mean, again, it was just heroes don't murder people. Nigga, you just had Wonder Woman like 2 years ago cutting motherfuckers' head off. Why
Yeah.
are you talking like this? Like, why? This makes no fucking sense for us.
It's just Superman and Batman that have that rule. A lot. The Green Arrow be murdering niggas sometimes.
I mean,
like,
well, not this Batman. Remember, he bashed motherfucker's head into the wall a couple times.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So he was killing.
dog, he murdered a couple, and then he shot. Didn't he shoot somebody in the Batmobile?
He shot people. The Batmobile smashed through a truck.
Yeah,
Where-
he was
Yeah.
The location it smashed.
beating up some underprivileged,
Two scenes before that.
beating up some low income,
Right.
underprivileged criminals.
Not even scenes. 2 frames before that, there was at least 2 or 3 people standing in that very spot. So you smashed somebody's child,
Oh,
Right.
man.
brother,
Uncle.
uncle, cousin,
Right.
son.
That nigga is roadkill now.
You had to scrape him off the bottom of it.
Batman murderer.
So, the whole Justice Society just didn't work.
Finally, The Rock has come back to Houston.
Right. Black Adam has come back to Kandak. What was the name of the place?
I'm also disappointed he didn't call anybody a Rudy Poo.
Nah,
so,
right. I hate how he tries to. I mean, I get why he tries to separate himself from The Rock, but come on, you're still The Rock, dog. Do some of this Rock stuff.
He's leaning into it, but doesn't want to lean into it. So that's why it's
annoying.
Everything's disappointing. The whole movie. Fuck it.
All right. Hir-O, what was your most disappointing film of 2022, dog?
Black Adam definitely up there. But
you just tried to argue Edwin off his take.
no, I didn't try to argue him off the take. I just wondered if it does it still count as disappointing if you knew the movie was gonna be trash already, which he was telling us off rip. Immediately he was like, "Yo, this movie is. I read the script. This shit about to be weak." He told us that immediately.
And let me again clarify. I liked it more than I thought I would. It was still a disappointing movie overall.
That's saying a lot.
Man. I don't know how to, in this time frame, without talking too much longer, describe and explain it, but it just didn't make any sense to me with what they aimed for.
So yeah, Black Adam was up there. It was fine, but I guess I don't know if it's disappointing because I didn't have high expectations anyways. Bullet Train, for some reason, I got tricked into thinking that it was going to be better.
Yeah, and I saw the cast of that movie about a year ago, and I was like really thinking it was going to be like
Me too.
One of the best movies I'd ever seen.
And you know what happened? I forgot that Brad Pitt is like camera hog. Like I knew Brad Pitt was going to be in it, but the rest of the cast was so good. You had Brian Tyree Henry, who was a great actor.
Hiroyuki Sanada was in it.
Sanada. You had
Andrew
Koji. But like Sanada had a decent role. But man, Andrew Koji, I don't think he got the fight at all.
No, he was in it for like
why do you have Andrew Koji in a movie if you're not gonna let him do fighting
the stuff?
Right, let him do the Andrew Koji stuff. Like
almost making him play like a coward role.
Yeah, like he had a super trash role.
Yeah, I think that's why. I think that literally is the number one, because I was like, when I was seeing the cast of this was at the height of my Andrew Koji fandom. Like, finishing Warrior and like really loving him as Storm Shadow in the Snake Eyes movie, and like seeing this movie, it was just kind of like.
Nah, it wasn't it. And also, I would like, not counting the Andrew Koji disrespect, I would have been, because it was a decent premise, and I thought Brian Tyree Henry was excellent in that movie and his partner or whatever. But it was just way too much Brad Pitt, bro. Get the fuck out of the way, man. Like, he keeps playing the same character now. He's gotten to this stage of his career where he plays like the whimsical, like, kind of loopy superhero. Or he's like, oh, hey, I'm going to kind of Jack Sparrow around and trip and fall and save the day by accident. Like, that shit is not that charming, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
it's like an everyman thing.
Yeah.
I also didn't like Michael Shannon playing a Russian guy.
Yeah. He's a good actor, but that wasn't a good role for him. But no, here's my answer. This is a good one. I thought this movie was good and I did enjoy it. But it was super disappointing for one reason.
Uh-oh.
And it's got to be Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Because they had an opportunity to give me the thing that I've been waiting for my whole MCU life.
And they pump faked you.
And they fucking pump faked me, and I jumped, bro. I jumped, and then
they went up. They
got and won, bro.
And they scored.
Yep.
Oh man, left your feet. Gotta stay down.
Yeah, gotta stay down, bro.
Wall up. Get your hands up.
I turned the ball over, and then I tried to make a play on defense. Called the foul immediately. Automatic foul. Automatic and one, no matter what.
Automatic on the bench.
All right, you're out. You're ejected from the game. Like
But and this is off of you expecting the mutant for?
No, I mean, I wanted more of what they like. The Professor X thing was.
They know what they did. They know what people were expecting.
Because I'm just trying to see if we're sticking with the analogy that like you watched the tape and you knew this move was coming, but you still fell for it.
I don't think I knew it was coming. So I knew that it wasn't going to be the X-Men that we eventually were going to get whenever we get them. But I did think it was going to be, hey, because we all saw Secret Wars coming. I called Secret Wars like a million years ago on this very podcast we've been caught, and that's one of our greatest predictions. Like it's finally coming to fruition. It was very obvious that that's what they were setting up. It was very obvious for nerds that that's what they were setting up, and that's like the only direction they could go from here. And in Secret Wars, they were providing you with the perfect opportunity to do a soft reset of the whole universe. And I've been saying for a long time, like, in order to get this right, you kind of have to have the X-Men established a little bit already. Like, we don't have time to do a whole origin story on the X-Men again. We don't need that. Or if you do it, you got to do it through some other medium than a movie, right? So what I thought that they could do was give us a sneak peek of, that's where they're going to get the X-Men from at some point.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's how they might introduce us to them.
But see, the move I was talking about is the fact that they know we are trying to anticipate certain things, so it's the fake of the fake. That's the move I thought.
And that's
maybe, but like
that's what it was to me, bro.
Yeah.
It was that they knew what we're expecting, so it's like
we know you want. We'll give you a professor. She ain't getting anything.
Right, and by the way, we're gonna kill him immediately.
Snap his motherfucking neck.
Like, come on, bro. Like, you don't have to do the thing where, like, just because there are some people who know about the shit and like are anticipating things, you don't have to fake us out just to like, gotcha. Like, no, like, don't do that at risk of telling a war story, right? Like, because there's so many more people. Like, we are still the minority. There's so many more people who don't have any fucking idea what's going on, and they can't wait to find out what happens next. Fuck us, man. We'll be all right. Like, we know what's gonna happen, and you know what? We can't wait to see it happen again because we love that shit, right? So again, I still think there's the news about them not being able to cast any real X-Men until 2025 because of the Fox contracts was worrisome at first, but I actually think it's okay. I think it's a better idea because now I think they have time to not miss the obvious layup here, which is after fucking Secret Wars, just reboot the whole universe. I swear to God, if they fucking introduce the X-Men before that happens, I'm gonna fucking shit my pants, bro. Like, don't do it. You don't need to do it. Don't rush. Like, what are we doing? And I'm fine with Kamala coming out as a mutant because she was supposed to be a mutant, actually, when she was first introduced. But they introduced her in the comic world right when they were trying to kill off the X-Men because they didn't have the film right. So they changed her into an Inhuman at the last second. I'm fine with that.
And Namor?
Fine with it. Cool. It's fine to introduce the idea of mutants in this universe. But don't, like, because, dog, do you not see the brick wall coming towards you where you have to explain away where the motherfucking bloody hell all these niggas have been for the past 15 years?
Oh my gosh.
Don't do this to yourself. Just wait. It's fine. I'll wait for 2 more years. I promise I'll be all right, bro. Don't do it.
I mean, but they still have the multiverse part of this. They also have the Ant-Man and Quantumania, and they can explore the fact that Kane has, even in the, I was gonna say in the trailers, how he's talked about, I've encountered you before, in all these different characters and whatnot. So I can assume that, or hope that they leave room that he's encountered other beings that he's expecting to maybe see at some point in our universe, and eventually when they do get to the Kang Dynasty, they get brought in, or when they get to Secret Wars,
that'd be great. That'd be fine.
So I think they can introduce tidbits a lot more and pepper them in moving forward, and just say that they're in another multiverse or whatever.
I trust that they'll make the right decision, except for if they do the thing where, like, here's Professor X. He was mind controlling y'all niggas for the past 20 years because we're ran out of ideas, and instead of waiting, we just hurried up and threw them all in here and tried to explain away some nonsense.
I would like to hold out hope that they won't do that.
Me too. So. I'm gonna be so disappointed that they won't. Let's positively put that out there. They will not do that. Kevin Feige, I know you listen to the podcast every day.
Hey, Kevin.
I know you know what to do, bro. Just fucking don't miss this layup. All right, that's my Multiverse of Madness.
Nah, man, I feel you. My most disappointing film of 2022 is Multiverse of Madness. For all those same reasons that you said. Literally, that was my pick too.
Yeah.
But all right, man, let's go. Top 5 favorite films of 2022. let's start with the guest.
Okay.
Edmund, what's were your top 5 favorite movies of 2022, man?
All right. As always, since I know how this works, I got some honorable mentions. So,
Top 5 of the day.
I'm going to go with The Northman was definitely an honorable mention.
I heard it was like white folks love Vikings. Everybody loves Vikings. I like Vikings too. Believe it or not, I actually do fuck with Vikings.
It's beautifully shot, and
hear
it's got some really good moments of where you have to start questioning if what you're seeing is supposed to be real in their world or not, and it gets to the supernatural stuff, and it gets really interesting. Like, there's a really dope fight scene, like maybe at the halfway point or something that plays on that a little bit.
Have you played the game
to check this movie
Hellblade Sasuna something?
No, but you
know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I think it's getting a sequel too.
It is, yeah. It feels like the Northman was kind of like what's happening in that game.
Probably, yeah, to some extent, yeah, definitely.
The premise of the game is that it's actually really interesting how they do it. Like, she's hearing voices throughout the entire game, and it's very obvious that she's losing her mind, but it's not clear like what part is real and what's not.
It's something along those ways, but it's like you don't know. In this one, it's leaning a lot more that it might be supernatural, and there's moments that seem more into it versus a losing sense of reality, like the game was, like that game.
I'm with it.
But yeah, beautifully shot. And the ending fight scene is straight out of a video game. Like, when you get to that, you'll know exactly what happens.
I'm with it.
You're like, but it's just straight up a video game at that point. Violent Night. Yes, I included it on my favorite Christmas movies without having watched the movie at the time, but I have seen it since then, and it definitely would have stayed on that list. It shit was fucking dope.
I wanted to see that so bad. I didn't see it. I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yes, David Harbour.
But now I have to wait a whole year to watch it. So
wait. Do you just refuse to watch Christmas movies unless they're?
Yeah.
You know what? Me too. Actually, like I never thought about that.
I flat
but
out refuse.
Yeah, you're right.
I watched it last week, so I
still
don't have
in
that.
the
kind of fresh off.
Yeah.
Nigga, there ain't no Christmas movie. I don't follow those rules. But no, it was good. It has a couple of like the guy that played not Spike. What was the bad guy in Cowboy Bebop?
Vincent Vicious.
You said Benson?
I said Vincent. Benson.
I thought you said Benson.
No, Vicious.
Vincent.
For some reason, that actor is in this movie as like a dorky character as well.
Are you talking about the live action Cowboy
Yes, the
Bebop?
live action. Yes.
I didn't know that existed.
But it's some interesting casting choices in the movie. But David Harbour is all you're really for the Santa stuff is all, and I didn't realize the connection of Vikings is also a part of it. So, Chippendale Rescue Rangers, I'm putting in my honorable mentions. And now this last honorable mention is very close to the top 5. In fact, my number 5 in them probably could have swapped places if I wanted them to. And I'm going to put honorable mention The Woman King.
Ooh.
The only reason it didn't crack it is because I was annoyed by the love story in the movie. I did not need all of that additional in there, and I felt like it packed it. Everything else I thought was really good.
Yeah.
It's just it was in the way. It was in the way. I liked how they resolved it at the end.
I felt the same about that too.
With the light skinned brother.
Yeah.
I didn't, because I thought I was the only person that felt like that.
Yeah.
I just felt like it was in the way, kind of.
Yeah, you didn't need a love story.
You know what I'm saying?
I liked everything else about the movie, but that one just I found myself like, all right, come on now.
Yeah.
Can we move on? I know where this is going, and even how it resolved, I was like, okay, I didn't exactly see that, but it was still nice. The thing that beat it out, I already talked about it earlier. Prey, number 5.
Ooh.
Just because it was dope. I do enjoy Predator movies. Ooh, that sounds weird. But I did enjoy Predator, Predator 2, Predators. Did not enjoy The Predator. Didn't enjoy AVP or AVP 2 Requiem.
Both
although
trash.
AVP 2 Requiem was at least a little bit more entertaining.
You liked Prey 2 or Predator 2?
Yeah, Danny Glover in LA. The concrete jungle. Yes.
It was a bad movie, but I enjoyed it nonetheless.
And did you watch the Cinephobe?
hilarious.
Listen to that one.
Hilarious,
Yes. That's
dog.
what got me to rewatch it recently
Yeah.
too. So I'm just like,
Hilarious, bro.
the coyote. But number 4, Glass Onion. Knives Out. I love Knives Out. I've watched it probably 3, 4, 5 times by now since it's been out.
Yep.
I'll probably rewatch it again a couple more times. I'm a big fan of Benoit Blanc.
Excellent movie. Excellent character.
Yeah,
I'm seeing a lot of people. Hold on, and not so fast. A lot of people trying to throw him in the Sherlock Holmes category. I don't know about that.
In terms of what though? Like,
Who is a better detective?
Oh, not even. I don't care about that debate.
I care about that shit.
As a character, I'm just like he's enjoyable.
He is a great character, and I love the super smart detectives. But fucking Sherlock is.
Ain't no Sherlock.
He's a superhuman, bro. Like,
Yeah.
come on. And I'm talking about BBC. I'm talking about Benedict Cumberbatch Penwing's Sherlock.
Mm-hmm.
Although I liked what's the name as
Robert
well.
Downey.
Yeah, it was fine. But Benjamin Benedict is the one.
Yeah. But Glass Onion, it was fun. I love more stuff from that world. Ryan Johnson, big fan of his stuff.
Me too.
Point.
Last Jedi was fucking good. I don't care what none of you fucking nerds say. That shit was great. Fuck off.
Haters, shut the fuck up, please.
Right.
Number 3. I again will still say it might be my favorite of the Batman movies at this point, but The Batman.
I watched that on the plane. That movie was amazing.
It still holds up. I love it. I understand the complaints that it's still on a little bit on the long side. There's probably some scenes and parts you could cut and shorten it up a little bit, sure. But by God, I still fucking love that movie, and I want more from this universe.
Agreed.
2. Okay, I made a switch earlier to this official result. Just because I assumed it will be number 1 will be universally across the board, and I also wanted to just have a nice sweep. So number 2, I went with Top Gun Maverick.
Magical School of Fighter Pilot Boys.
I fucking hated the first Top Gun movie.
First Top Gun.
I mean, and granted, I didn't
Trash.
see it until like last year as well.
Weak. That shit was trash.
I was bored out of my mind. I didn't give a fuck
I don't
about it.
understand how that movie got the reputation that
That's
it does.
what I was saying.
It's
I
so
mean,
bad, bro.
Maybe back then, somehow, I guess in the 80s, people were stupid. I don't know. But Rob, can you do you know was that why people were just stupid in the 80s? No, okay. I don't know. Blame Reagan, right?
Reagan.
Okay.
So yeah, 80s, you had a lot of hype movies where you had like the full-on masculine, energy and what have you, and that's pretty much what allowed the Tony Scott
Beach volleyball.
Yeah, show me what you got, not the Rick and Morty reference, but the
Justin.
Yes, but it's the fact that you had it where heroes had to have that bravado, that muscular, that true grit, that I'm gonna defy all the rules, and that's pretty much what it was. So, as one person put it out, it's like a lot of sweaty men trying to show who's better, and it's not really for the ladies.
It was a lot of sweat in that movie. So, and there was the need for speed. But Maverick, fucking phenomenal.
It was good. I won't lie. I liked it. It doesn't make my top 5, but it was.
I thought it probably could have made you surprising at that point.
I might have if I was thinking more clearly. It might have.
But yeah, no, that it just the build up. I mean, of course, the love story was a little annoying on that one. I fast forward through that the last couple times I rewatched it, but I fucking love it.
The sort of climactic scene at the end where they made the missile run, bro. I can't quite explain it to you, but that shit was. It felt like a heavyweight title fight somehow.
Even before that, when he does the practice run.
Oh
by
my
himself,
God, dog.
And I'm like, I should have seen this fucking coming, but I'm on board.
Right, bro,
I'm
like-
hyped. Let's go.
It finds a way to hit you right in the testosterone
Yes.
button, and you're like, "Fuck yeah, dog! Let's fucking do it!"
And then they do the mission, and then they go past the mission.
Right?
I'm
I was like,
yo.
"Oh, wait a minute! There's more shit they gotta
thought-
fucking do."
I didn't think they was gonna do that part.
Right?
Okay.
It was good. Shout out to Miles Teller, bro.
Yes. And number 1, which I assume will probably be the universal number one, and I feel like y'all can guess it. All things, all the time, at all places, with everyone.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Goat.
The real multiverse of madness.
Yes.
Oh, what he said.
Yep, I watched that on one of the 17 planes that I was on as well.
I watched that on the plane when I left as well.
Yeah.
And I will hold off on saying more. I will just hop in as you guys inevitably talk about it at some point on your top 5.
Boom,
And just pop in. The movie was dope. Went to Anime Week in Atlanta. And my partner, she
That's okay. I'm about to say it's okay, dog. You go ahead and say it. You know what I'm saying?
Boy off the market. I'm sorry, ladies. But,
Great.
But she dressed as
Jobu Tupaki.
yes.
She looked
it.
dope too.
And we ran into a couple of raccoonies.
Nice.
Raccoonie.
Complete with the raccoon.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Raccoonie.
Yeah.
She said she was so caught.
Raccoonie.
Right.
You mean
Like, nah, y'all are wrong.
She said it. That one, Raccoonie.
Raccoonie.
But they was like, that's not the name of that movie.
See, and then I was very sad that you weren't able to come on down with your Wayman costume 2 days later afterwards. Seeing pictures of that shit, I was so excited and so sad that you weren't able to be on there.
Yeah, I was Wayman for Halloween.
So, but yeah, that's my top 5.
Boom.
Bam.
Prey, Glass Onion, The Batman, Top Gun Maverick, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Love
Boom.
it. Boom. Hiro-san.
All right, I'm gonna be quick with my honorable mentions.
What you got over there?
Prey, honorable
Bang.
mention, fantastic. Multiverse of Madness, even though I shat on it, I still did like it. I just was disappointed in. I was disappointed in that one part. The rest of it I thought was good. So yeah, I had to give it. I also only saw like 7 movies this year, so I had to acknowledge it somehow. Because if I'm ranking my Marvel movies, I think it was my favorite one, which doesn't say a lot about Marvel's crop this year. And I'm not one of those idiots that thought Thor 4 was trash. I like Thor 4, but if I had to rank them, I would probably put Multiverse slightly ahead of it.
Maybe I don't know if it's controversial. I like the TV shows a lot more this past year than the movies. I think the movies, I'm willing to say, relatively disappointing collectively.
It was probably their weakest year in total.
But the shows, She-Hulk was fucking phenomenal.
She-Hulk was very good.
Werewolf by Night, when you get a chance to see it, I think was fucking phenomenal.
Yep.
The Guardians holiday special.
I'm not gonna watch that. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
I'm not gonna watch it.
yeah, I just know I'm not gonna watch it. So
The only major story beat you've probably already kind of got spoiled for you, which is
I don't. Was it Adam Warlock or something?
No, it's just that, which is also logical that Peter and Mantis are step siblings.
Oh,
That's it.
We
That's
knew
the
that. We already knew that.
But apparently they didn't think about it in the story world. That Peter didn't put that together, that Mantis was a child of Ego as well.
I thought that was obvious in the movie.
I would have thought that, but they make it a story beat, and it's a part of it's part of the special for whatever reason. I don't know. Look, I don't write it.
Anyways, I agree that the movies were a little disappointing this year. But if I always got to give love or acknowledge the MCU, and Multiverse was probably my favorite of those movies, even though it wasn't my favorite movie.
Of those movies.
Yeah.
You didn't like the Screaming Goats?
I didn't mind the Screaming Goats. Yo, what I did love about I'll be honest though, like, y'all know I love Cosmic Marvel. I was super duper impressed and super happy to see a comic accurate version of Eternity in Thor 4. That shit was fucking excellent. Hold on a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, well, actually,
My only complaint was that I wish he was a little bit bigger, but whatever. I'm an asshole. Anyways, and I already know Noveliss is gonna hate this. I have to acknowledge that Avatar: Way of the Water was better than I thought it was gonna be. I didn't have any expectations going in. They found a way to make that shit like kind of entertaining. Go ahead. I know you got to take.
No.
I mean, it's
just kind of never got into those movies.
Nah, it's not for you. It's
kind of white people cosplaying as natives.
When I found out that Kate Winslet played the role of one of those native people, that was another thing.
It's so weird. Those movies. It's so weird to me, bro. It's just like.
It just looks good.
Just white people could literally cosplaying as native people.
No, for sure.
It's
absolutely
so weird. And then they be having like locks in their hair, and then it's like it's so much CGI.
The CGI was fire.
I know it's good, but it's like it's just I don't.
That was the part that got me. It was like, yo, this shit.
Nobody thinks of blue people when you say Avatar. All real people think of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Obviously. But I will say, like, again, I went into it expecting it to be trash, and it was better than I thought. I probably won't see it again though. All right, let's get into this top 5. I'm sorry, man. I had to do this. My number 5 is Black Panther 2, but I have to do a tie for 5 because I gotta give some love to my boy John Boyega and his film Breaking. Phenomenal. Bro, this nigga ain't never had no ass before. It's always been off from jump, ass off. Wow. So, I mean, it's, if you've seen...
Buttless,
bro. Assless.
Invert ass.
Right.
That sounds like a movie. Buttless.
Right. But it's spelled... It reminds me of Loveless in Final Fantasy VII when they spell it like actually kind of like Noveliss, Lovelliss. That should be a song. Yeah, this movie, if you've seen John Q, it's a similar type of story. It's based on a true story where a veteran who's disabled, the VA fucked with his money, and he holds up a bank to try to get the VA to pay him his money. It's a sad story, but John Boyega is a true like powerhouse elite actor. Very, very good. So got to give some love to Breaking and tie it with Black Panther 2 for my number 5 spot. Black Panther 2, man, I mean, that was obviously an emotional movie for a lot of folks. They found a way to do that movie justice. Like, again, I told people off top, I'm not interested in the debate whether or not it's better or worse than Black Panther 1. All I know is that they found a way to tell a really, really dope story while also honoring Chadwick Boseman, while also not being distracted by it. And they were able to move the story forward in a way that was super respectful. Ryan Coogler is just an amazing director. Go give him a Star Wars movie, please. I've been saying this for years. He really needs. They need to get Star Wars away from these same ass niggas, bro. Like I used to be a big J.J. Abrams fan, but Star Wars found a way to turn me off of him. Just come back to the same point, bro. Like, how did they make the decision to not figure out the story ahead of time? Like, how do you do that? How do you miss like that? Because each of those 3 movies by themselves were good, but as a unit, they just don't work.
But I think the first 2 work fairly well. I think by them doing the audible on the third one, that's what fucked the entire trilogy up.
Agreed, man. Like, Doug, J.J. Abrams from the very first frame of episode 9 was, guys, I'm sorry about episode 8. My bad. Sorry about Luke. Sorry about all the other shit. Turns out Ray is actually somebody important because I know you guys were mad that it was Ryan Johnson, guys. He's the one that fucked it up. He's completely threw his ass under the bus, bro. It was so trash.
And then now everything since then is constantly trying to make us okay with how 9 turned out. Like, oh no, we can plant the seeds of how clones were being, reused and constantly refined so that we can get Palpatine back at the end. And it's just
Jesus.
Leave the shit alone.
And again, bro, like we said, I liked the movie by itself. I thought it was a cool, fun movie. But just looking back on it, connected to the first two movies, just didn't work. Anyways, not talking about Star Wars. Talking about how do we even start talking about Star Wars? Oh, because of Black Panther. Ryan Coogler, amazing director. Number 4, Glass Onion. Excellent movie. Was a big fan of the original. It was a worthy sequel. And also, I'm not a big fan of Janelle Monáe as an actor. I think she's a bad actor, but she actually did a pretty good job in this movie. This is a little bit of a spoiler. It's actually a massive spoiler. I might have to blank that out. But she has a complicated role, and she's really good in one part of it and not good in the other part.
Ooh, okay, off air. I'm curious which one she wasn't good at.
Yeah. Number 3, Woman King. Fire. That movie's the fight scenes in that movie were so legit, dog. So legit, bro. They went so far beyond what they needed to, in my opinion, and certainly what I expected. Like, they was out there really martial arting it up, like, sweetly.
Yes,
like,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes,
sweet
sir.
as fuck. All of them.
Agreed.
Excellent movie. I know people had some problems with how they displayed the history of the slave trade and how the homie kingdom was a slave trading kingdom. I mean, they flat out like said that. Like, it's not like they tried to hide it. But again, I mean, this all goes back to this idea that a lot of Americans have, where we look back on Africa as if it was this one unified people. It wasn't like that at all. Africa at that time was not one unified group. They were different peoples, different tribes, different, indigenous sort of spheres that like were at war with each other often. And it was not uncommon for them to take prisoners and take slaves just like any other part of the world used to do. So I think we have a sort of a romanticized view of what Africa was back then in a way that like makes us look back at that time, or anytime someone tells a story about that time, it makes us sort of, our opinion is a little bit kind of skewed there. Number 2, The Batman. Watched it on the plane. That movie is so great, man. There's the fucking Batmobile scene is just incredible.
The introduction to the Batmobile.
Bro, they make it sound like a dinosaur. It's like a Jurassic Park chase, that scene. But what my favorite scene in that movie, shout out to Jeffrey Wright, ass off, was when they tried to when they arrested Batman and he was in the he was in the holding room, and they had to try to act like they were talking about something else while he was giving him instructions. There was one part, because it's hard to explain, you have to see it, where Jeffrey Wright is doing these head motions of like trying to like really like tear into him, and he was also like trying to give him instructions on how to escape as well. So he was like, "We got to get you out of here." And then Batman was like, "Well, it's going to put a lot of pressure on you. That's why you got to punch me in the face." That scene was hilarious, dog. But shout out to Jeffrey Wright for being an excellent actor. If we can't get him for Professor X, which I know we can't at this point because he's already the Watcher, boo. Giancarlo Esposito is acceptable as an alternative.
And wants to play him.
That's the part that makes me think we won't get it, is he's so vocal about it. Just give it to him, man. Come on, Kevin. Call Kevin. Make the call.
Kevin!
And number 1, of course, Everywhere, Everything, All at Once. Incredible film. That was going to be my surprise film, because I remember showing you the trailer for like, oh, this shit looks interesting.
Yeah.
So I was building expectations for it, but it completely blew my expectations out of the water. One of my favorite movies of all time, probably in my top 3 movies of all time. Watched it again on one of the many planes that I've been on in the past week. Excellent. Wayman, just a super wholesome character, man. Like,
Yeah,
Did y'all see
so good.
his acceptance speech?
I did. You know what though? I'm sorry, man. I always got to be the one. It was a great speech, but I wish he would have given less credit to Steven Spielberg and more credit to Daniel Kwan, who was the one who like put him back on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I get Steven Spielberg gave him the first shot, but like why the fuck he ain't put you in nothing else? Like it was your Asian, like the person who understood your experience, who saw your value, who picked you back up and gave you this opportunity. And he did thank him, but I kind of wish he would have
spent more time on
kind of flipped him, like focus. But who cares what I think? I don't know. But yes, I'm so happy for him. He's hilarious. He's a good actor. He's emotional. He can reach a lot of different places emotionally. I'm happy to see his career be revitalized. He definitely deserves it. So. Also, Jobu Tupaki versus any of your multiversal threats washes, no question about it.
Boom.
Boom.
Bang. Nice. All right, man, let's go. Top 5 favorite movies 2022. Got some honorable mentions. The Batman.
Nice.
It's an honorable mention for me. I am not a Batman guy, but I have not liked many of the Batman films, but this
good.
Was different. I really enjoyed this movie, and I wasn't expecting it to, and I really liked it. So
yeah,
I'm interested in what they do from there on. Another honorable mention, man, Sonic 2. Mm-hmm. Another honorable mention, Turning Red. You know, I got kids, and that was I love me a coming of age Disney movie, man. And
but Noveliss, they were talking about menstruation.
My daughter loved that movie. It was awesome. I enjoyed it. It was hilarious.
Yes, it is. It is for girls.
It was for girls. But I loved it, man. I thought it was hilarious. They did the boy. It was very relatable for people our age because it was like took place during the boy band craze of the early 2000s. Yeah. So it was pretty funny, man. I enjoyed it. It was hilarious. But let's go. Top 5 favorite movies of 2022. Coming in at number 5, man. Prey.
Boom.
Let's go again. Like this was a movie. Trailer was dope. Predator movies have been pretty weak since the original, in my opinion. And this movie was fire, and it also kind of provided us with the blueprint for what we need to do for Predator movies going forward. Just drop a Predator in a sweet time period. Samurai, please.
Hiroki Sanada.
Yep. There we go.
1-on-1 versus a fucking Predator.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Done.
You know,
incredible.
And just have the Predator kind of adapt to the culture and the fighting style. Yeah. Oh my goodness,
that was a dope little detail of how the Predator and Prey like recognized the level of technology and was like, all right, let me kind of get down to their level.
Loved it.
Even though I'm gonna keep the cloaking device,
right? And the fucking like blow dart,
the most perhaps advanced thing I have.
And the grenade. Didn't he have a grenade too, or some sort of explosive or something?
Maybe.
I don't know. Well, she used his like dart gun against him.
Yeah.
Let's be careful what we're asking for here before they give us Predator in the hood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Predator Crip walks across.
But yeah, man, loved it. Movie's dope. Coming in at number 4, Wakanda Forever, man.
Let's go.
Hey, I really enjoyed this movie. Tugged on my heartstrings big time. I like the way that they did Namor.
Yeah, he was dope.
All the T'Challa stuff was very tasteful and emotional. And Shuri was a beast in this movie, man.
She was.
I really liked it. It was good, man. I didn't know what to expect. Okoye was beastly.
Yeah.
It's a good movie, man. I enjoyed it. So it's my number 4.
Okay, getting a Disney Plus series. Well, they've worded it vaguely.
Oh,
she's returning as her character in an undisclosed Disney Plus series.
I would be here for a show
like a Menagerie.
What's her name, man? The T'Challa's wife.
Wife?
in the movie.
In the movie.
Damn it! I'm forgetting what the actor's name is.
Okay.
Lupita Nyong'o.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of her character in this movie.
Yeah, they changed her character because she's a bad guy in the comic, and I expected her to turn heel. Actually,
yeah, I did too,
but she didn't.
But I like how she's kind of like the
Spy.
The spy. I think I think a show about her could be really dope. But while you guys look that up, let's go. Nakia, yeah. Coming in number 3 for me, my list. Kind of, we got just a streak of the women movies in 2022 were hitting Woman King, man. Yeah. Number 3. I mean, like you said, the fights.
They were so good, man.
They were so good, and they were so much more than anything I ever thought I was expecting.
Bro, we knew it was about women warriors, and maybe that was our fault for thinking that it wouldn't be dope.
Well, I didn't. This was martial arts.
Yeah.
Like, this was...
That was sweet. They had... Their stunt coordinator was somebody, like that did something big. I think they might have did, like, the raid or something like that.
The fights in this movie were just outstanding, and just completely blew me away. Like I said, the love story thing kind of was in the way to me, and I felt like we didn't need all that. But I still really enjoyed this movie, and like I said, the fights were just they just blew me away. So I got Woman King at number 3. Number 2, I got Jujutsu Kaisen 0, the Jujutsu Kaisen film. It came out in 2021 in Japan, but it didn't play in theaters here until 2022. So that's my number 2, man. Love this movie. Really, it was one of the best anime films that's come out, in my opinion, recently. Really got to see a lot of Yuta, man, who's a character in the story if you watch the anime, you haven't seen him at all in the show. So this film, and he's kind of like the top dog, as far as the students go. So seeing this movie really kind of opened people up to a part of the story that they hadn't been into if they hadn't read the manga and they only watched the show. So this movie was really, really, really good, man. Really dope action and animation. So I got that as my number 2. We all know number 1. It's all of our number 1. This is my second favorite movie of all time, only behind Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Michelle Yeoh is the GOAT. This movie was amazing. I cannot possibly talk about how good this movie is. Just the themes, the action, the comedy. It's so good, man. I really love this movie so much.
Yeah. It was shocking to me how they took such a crazy concept and they just nailed it, bro.
They nailed it. Like, they nailed it.
Like, I can't think of, even trying to be as critical as I can, I really can't think of any reason not to love this movie, man.
They nailed it. And it's like, you got all these, and it's just such a good job that Wayman's speech at the end, the one thing we have to do is be kind.
Be kind, dog.
All these, you got Jobu Tupaki, the most powerful character ever in anything.
Most powerful fictional character of all time, period.
Then you got Evelyn, who gets on that level, right? Learns how to... There's so much good stuff here. First, so before we even talk about this, right, just the fact that her character failed so much in her life that is what led to her having so many different paths in other universes, and that's what allowed her to tap into all these other people and use all those different abilities. Fire. Then you got these 2 super powerful characters, but the one character over here who understands empathy, and that's the most powerful weapon in the movie.
Yep.
Then once Evelyn starts fighting with empathy at the end, when the people are coming at her and she just understands what they need and she gives them what they need, what they want, and wins. Like, that movie, bro. The message, all the fight scenes, that's such an amazing movie.
How's this for a line to say to, like, the one who got away when Wayman was like,
man,
in another life, I would have loved to
doing
do laundry and taxes with you. Like,
oh my God, so good, man.
Hits me right in the heartstrings, dog.
Bro, it's such a good movie. 10 out of 10. It's my second favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
Let's go. That's my top 5 favorite movies of 2022. Shout out to Edmund, man. Real quick, before we wrap this up, I had a couple of movies that I was surprised that didn't get bought up at all that came out in 2022. My first one's going to be Nope.
That was I mentioned that as an honorable, or at least I meant to. I wrote it down as an honorable mention.
Okay. I was surprised nobody brung up Nope. What'd you guys think of that movie?
I liked it. It was good.
You like it? It was fun. And another one I had was
Plus it got an Akira slide, so
yes,
it's an automatic win.
Another one I had was Thor. You actually ended up talking about that one. I actually enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, me too.
I said way back when we reviewed it on here when it first came out, I actually felt like they had finally nailed Thor's fighting style in that movie. Mm-hmm. I had always felt like in every other Marvel film, they didn't know what to do with him using the hammer. And in this movie, I thought his combat scenes were awesome.
Yeah.
So I'll say that. And then also another movie that I wanted to bring up. Nobody said anything about Jurassic World. Did we not care about that?
I didn't see it.
I was gonna put it in my disappointing group.
I didn't see it either.
Yeah.
And then so my most surprising movie I said was Sonic 2. Another movie that surprised me was the Dragon Ball superhero movie. And the reason I say that is because I hate that animation style.
Me too.
And when they were showing the trailers and everything for it, I flat out wasn't even going to go see it. Yeah. Because I don't like the 3D animation.
Me neither.
But I went to see it. They did some cool stuff. They tipped the hat to some fans with the Gohan and Piccolo stuff.
They definitely were kind of like, all right, fine.
Yeah.
I'm tired of you Gohan ass niggas and you Piccolo ass niggas here.
For sure. So,
but it was cool. Hey, I'm one of those Gohan guys, and I was like, thank you.
And I'm one of those Piccolo guys, so I enjoyed that. Yeah. So that movie kind of surprised me too, but that's what it is, man. Thank y'all for listening. We're back. Shout out to the homie Edmund for joining us.
Shout out to Rob.
Shout out to the big brother Rob in the back. Had some chimed in on some moments here. And we will catch y'all next week. Go watch Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega, man.
Yes. And go to Disney World.
And go to
by next week, go to Disney World and report back your findings.
Oh man. Thank y'all for listening, man. Peace.